Hey, I'm Anomalous Ant, and this is Minecraft Alpha, version 1.0.13, first edition B. In the spirit of getting things to a better stage of completion, I finished the wall, and I have a little tower there. They don't look the same, and that corner has space for a tower, but there isn't one there. Because I figured that symmetrical towers would look really weird. Too much symmetry is bad for the soul. Everybody knows that. But it makes me wonder, if everybody knows it, why bother repeating it? Anyway, in the spirit of completing things that I've kind of left half finished, I find my gaze and my thoughts turned to this mountain, which, if you remember, has something very important inside of it. You tell I never quite finished it. But if we go up here, a pig spawner. So not too long ago, this would actually spawn pigs in here. But with the changes to mobs that they only spawn on grass, this thing basically got nuked. So what I was thinking, I need to get grass in here, but I kind of want to decorate it a little better. You see here in the wall, what I wasn't really thinking about when I made it is that this one block thick wall is shared between the outside and the inside. So the torch pattern that I have going down the stairs actually collides with this room. The reality is, I don't like it. And I need to change it anyway, so I may as well fix it in my remodel. Now, fortuitously, I was smart enough to put the spawner one block back in that room because you saw it was offset backwards. So it's not a big deal if I put a new wall on the inside. And what better block to decorate it than a little bit of mossy cobblestone. So I have most of the tools that I need to do this. I think it'll be a little bit easier if I bring myself some dirt. Or actually, well, I know it's right here, so let's see how deep it is. Okay, not that deep. So let's plug these water sources up. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, we'll do some sort of decor like this. Since I don't have this much of this, that much of the stuff.
Boo! You stink!
Now, what I really want to do is I want to expose this to the sunlight, because I think it would be really cool looking. The trick is, I'll have to pretty much dig out the whole thing. But if this is my square of space, that actually shouldn't be too hard because it's really not that deep. And it'll give me the dirt that I'm going to use to fill in the bottom. And what I should do while I'm here is make a path for the dirt to spread. See, because I need to get grass down here. So in order to do that properly, I'm going to need some stairwell of dirt. Just like that. Make sure none of this is snow. So it has the best opportunity possible to spread. I guess if I make it wider, it's more likely. But hopefully me just spending time around the base will be enough to get it to spread well. Make sure it's nice and lit up. Then to accent this, What I'll probably do is something like, well, let's get these out because they're not going to be visible.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That doesn't look very good. I think I need smooth stone to make it look right. We already got a little bit of grass spreading. Very nice. Let's get the center of this cleared up. Okay, I've worked out my design for the walls. So now I just need that grass to fully spread, fill the design in on all the places it goes, and it should be up and running pretty soon. That was weird. That collapsed the whole darn thing? Huh. Well, that wasted a bunch of stone. Let's try that again. What happens if I do this? It does collapse the whole thing. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have to rethink my design because it's not very repairable if something goes wrong. Actually kind of cool. Oh. Boink. I'm certain that there is some tech that could be done with this. I don't know. Some fast descent thing. It's very interesting. Okay, there we go. Just need this grass to spread. And we'll be good to go. I don't think you guys are spawning in here. But I don't know how else you've gotten in here unless you jumped in through the top. I just wish this grass would spread. Well, that's probably good enough for now. I mean, I don't know how much the... Oh. I don't know how the water will interact with the grass. If it will prevent it from spreading to the rest of this dirt. So I'm not going to replace it just yet. But let's at least clean this up. Oh, I'm glad I remembered to shut the doors down there. Okay, let's go take a look in our pit. did it right, it should just be punches. I suppose there's a little bit of a ledge, though. A pretty decent haul for a short amount of time. Let's move these up one more. I think the way I had them was locking the pigs into place. For some reason, they weren't moving at all. And I like that. Makes it easy. All right, now just some ambient time of me hanging around the base and working on other things, and I'm sure that'll all grow in and I can put the water in place. Okay, I got a little impatient. I've been sitting here for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I think there might be a problem. Yeah. I don't think the pigs will spawn with water over the grass blocks. So it means I have to come up with some other way to get them to go down into the hole. I'm half tempted to just kind of leave it open and just let them walk in there, because that was kind of working before. But at the same time, I could do some sort of like 2-block drop that cascades inward, and that potentially could work, because mobs will eventually pathfind down to the lower plane. But I don't know if I really want to do that. Spent so long decorating the place that it seemed a waste. I can think. It doesn't seem to be spawning anything anymore. Was it only working in daytime before? I might have to pay a little bit closer attention to this thing, because it seems to function differently than I thought it would. I don't know, the rules aren't very clear on how spawners work nowadays. I mean, people have probably gone and looked at what's going on in the back end to figure it out, but I don't know, for an average Joe, that's a little bit harder to know. Hey, that rhymed. I guess I should show you the changes I made. You see, I pushed this staircase back a little bit towards this edge, so now I can actually connect to this wall right here, which also connects to this path. Fun fact. She probably should be there. And this runs over the rail, which still has windows up at the leaving path, but this covers the return path a bit. And there's the little peak to look out. Over here we got the mini tower, which to get into, at least the proper way, is up this little bit right here. It's quite nice. Get to see out in the frozen lake. There's a connection to the lighthouse right here. You can just kind of view inside. I haven't really finished this. I'm not entirely sure what I want it to become. I know I'm gonna fill it in, so I may as well use all this dirt that I've got in my inventory, so nothing spawns down here while I'm not prepared for it. There we go. And I think what's gonna happen is I'm actually gonna fill in this section and connect this across to right there, because This section has been a little bit of a pain for me. Jumping in there and whatnot, and mobs going in there. So I think I'll connect that. Not quite yet, though. I did change the way that the lighthouse entrance works. Now, instead of it right here, you actually have to go into the wall. And there you go. There's the entrance. I haven't figured out what to do with this spot yet, but I will put something there eventually. And I decorated this to make it look kind of nice, because I felt like it'd be pretty easy to make it look good. And I actually really like how it turned out with the flowers and the stuff there. But, yeah. This looks terrible. I'm well aware. I was thinking I could do like a slab wall, but I use slabs in so many places that I feel like it would be better if it was some other block, but I just haven't quite found the right block for it yet. Maybe it's bricks. Maybe a combination of bricks and slabs. I don't know. But I guess I maybe should go get this wheat replenished. This is such a better garden. I'm very grateful I spent the time making it, because before it was just such a pain to work with. And I've been very lucky. I don't think any mobs have managed to pathfind their way in here. But now that I've said that, you know, they will find a way. It's just the way it goes. Just gotta accept that. I didn't bring my hoe. Maybe something did find its way in here, because there's stuff broken here. I didn't notice that before. Oh well. See if we've gotten anything. Nothing. So it must not be a nighttime thing. It's got to be during the day. I bet we can observe that it will start spawning stuff now that it's daytime. And they should all just be popping up right there. Maybe I think it's too dark. Because now that I'm looking at it from up here, the central area is too dark. I need some light. Maybe if I light it up, it'll be a little bit better. But let's see if things start spawning again. Because, yeah. Say I terraformed this whole area so that it looked nice. Sure is spinning a lot, but nothing's popping out. Come on. What changed? You were working when I was waiting for all the grass to spread. Are you too high up, I wonder? Does it have to be closer to the ground? No, that couldn't be it. Could it? Okay, time to investigate. Let's see if they spawn up on here. Oh my goodness. It's too high up. Yeah, it's too high up. This is not the only valid spawn. Okay. New idea. Bet that can spawn up there too. I guess I should let the grass spread. There we go. Spread up to those higher blocks, please. Find myself constantly waiting for grass to spread. What's with that, huh? Okay, that's at that level. Can it spawn on the level higher? It should. It should totally be able to spawn on the level higher. Come on. Come on, piggies. You can do it. Or I guess, come on, grass. Alright, you guys gotta go in the pit. You're making... Oh, I don't go in the pit. There we go. Okay. It's still on the lower level. Okay, now it's working. See how it slows down after it does a spawn? That makes sense. Okay, let's cover this up since we've got connections. Okay, can you spawn on here, or will you always spawn here? No. Looks like it's got to be this level. Yeah. Okay, so now it's very particular. It's got to be one block below or it won't work. That is fascinating. So let's get the grass nice and spread up on this layer. And we'll test out whether I can put water on these. Okay, let's see if we can get away with spawning while there's water. Okay, looks like no water. Because that's not working. So let's collect it up and see if it triggers as soon as it's uncovered. Yep. Okay. Can't use water. So, has to be at this height. Can't use water. That means I'm going to have to basically funnel these guys into the ground using the power of suggestion. Or other words, pathfinding. Which means I'm going to lower the floor by 2 blocks here in the center and leave the outer perimeter at the height that it's at, in the hopes that as they spawn, they'll spawn on the outer edge and they will eventually pathfind down to the lower section, and then eventually pathfind down to the next lower section. But the nice thing is I can put water down here, so because it won't ruin spawns, because they're already going to be spawning on the outside, kind of horseshoe shape. So let's give this a shot. I'm gonna have to lose a layer here, so now I'll have to dig down instead of up. So this will push them all the way there, and then I'll need just something to push them back through. We are done. I am confident that this will work. It might be not the best, most efficient way of doing this sort of thing, but I mean, for lack of a better method, I say it's pretty darn good. I mean, water preventing spawns is tricky to get around, but I think using this pathfinding logic, that they will eventually just walk to their doom like that, will make this work. Yeah, I just need to get 3 more of them. Just kidding. I know I can't get more spawners anymore, unfortunately. Oh. Hello. Okay, let's see how much this does. Two hits, so need a little bit lower. Oh, here comes one. Let's go. It's perfect. Oh, I'm so glad that's done and working. Now I've got my farm making food, and I've got my spawner making food. And eventually it will reach optimum grass performance. Yeah. Does look cooler though, but yeah.